Ready up.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Check 25. Check 25. Shit. Kill. Hard. Big Ed. No. On the 2.
Back to throw. Lawrence. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
Let's go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Lawrence. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Hey, lock it. Back. Hey, zoom.
Operating from the gun. Lawrence. Man open. That's complete to Dalton Schultz. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Go on. 8, read. Pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Check 3. Kill. Shoot. Rock it.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
To throw on 2nd down, Lawrence. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. For Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Go. Leo.
Throwing again, Lawrence. And he comes back with one complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Ready. Check team spell.
Watch the twist. Check. Fresno.
Man.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Hey, Sam on. Hurry.
Switch it.
Big grip.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Here's a 2nd and 7. Under pressure, down he goes. sacked at the 10. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Hey, Haywood. Hard, hard. Look at me. Zipper.
Go now. Hey, alert 3.
Look, squeeze. Shoot.
From the gun, Lawrence to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
Well, they didn't get in the end zone, but pretty good balance there on the opening drive between the run and the pass.
Yeah, I think that was probably what they wanted to get accomplished right out of the gate. Throw the ball with success, run it, of course, to set the tone. So who saw the offensive coordinator's play sheet? Probably wrote himself a little note. Exactly what we wanted to do. Probed it early and got it done.
Ready. You ready? 59. Follow. Hey, check 24.
On first down, Swift. Oh, able to avoid him. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Jameis to throw it. That's caught by Howard. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a give right side. Swift. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Ready. You ready?
3-0 after one on EA Sports.
Ready. Black 25 behind. Hey, let's finish it perfect.
Right back to him on first down. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. A loss. Of 2 there. Second down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 13-yard line.
Ready. You ready? 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
On 2nd and 12. Winston. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Yeah, baby! Woo!
Ready. White 25.
Mike 5-4. Focus, defense, focus.
On third down, Swift. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on fourth and very short. They'll try and run for it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins have taken the lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown.
White.
54 Mike. Don't get nervous. 54 is Mike.
Working out of the gun. Winston. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
Well, that's true. You've said that before.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up first and 10 at the 41-yard line. Looking to throw. Lawrence. He finds his target. It's Schultz. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So second and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's second and 8. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. Third and long. Operating from the gun. Lawrence. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30.
Tight yard.
Go on.
Switch.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Rock it.
Looking to throw on second down. Lawrence, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
80 weapons. Leo. Undercrunch. Hey, Jet. Go.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Meanwhile, a second quarter score from Carolina, and it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense.
Even.
They'll run on first down. Swift, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Flip. Block 50, block 54. Easy. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
From the gun, Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the play fake, Winston. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. A pickup of 24, and that's where the play began, the 24-yard line.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, Washington.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
You. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Now here's Winston as his guys will line up and go for the 2-point conversion. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So now, Charles, 2 touchdowns, 2 tries at 2-point conversions, and both fail.
And you want to say, let's go ahead and run the kicker out there from now on. But the problem is you're chasing points at this stage. So now you've got to dial up more 2-point conversions and hope you're successful from here on out.
Let's go.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Bam, bam. Hey, Alpha.
Watch the whip.
Hey, 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 hey. Hey, Sam off.
Sponge.
Hey, Orbit.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
We won. Go.
Check hot route. Hot. Mike 51. You can't block me. You can't.
Hey, Delta.
51 to Mike, boy. 51.
X3. 218. Chopper.
Check nickel.
You're out.
Check your hot read.
Yep.
Motion.
Smooth. Let's go. Be grip.
From the gun, Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
Get ready.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
At the 40-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check 59. Mike.
Now Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
Check. Watch 54. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
3rd and long for Winston. Now they go screen. It's complete. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, set.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go, baby. Turn over. Get that ball. Get that ball.
They go back to the ground. This time, Barber. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That second down play nets a -4.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". All day, all day. Wait. Deuce. Switch. Easy. Let's go.
Winston. Johnson's got it complete. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
Ready to break.
40's Mike right there. 40's Mike.
Hard. Get it.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy 1st down.
50, plant.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup.
Hey,
2nd and 6. At the 26-yard line.
Check. He's coming. Know your job. Check. Go.
To throw on 2nd down. Lawrence. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
The 16-yard line.
Ready.
This quarterback now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10.
Check 4. Check it.
Look, squeeze.
Hey, check 24. Check
5.
And they get this to Austin. It's a jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 18-yard line.
90 Wolf. Hey, lock it.
Slam.
Gone.
Rush in. Rush in. Rush in.
5.
Kill.
Take go.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence, flush to his right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Deron Payne in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
Rock it. Hit it.
From the gun, Lawrence. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will bring the deficit back down to 3. So it's a 3rd field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
So they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat, but they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the post.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And it's 3rd down.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
59, Mark, 59.
30.
59.
You gonna see me in your nightmare, son. You gonna see me in... Easy.
Check, 59.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he finds McLaurin. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Mike,
Ready. Black,
squeeze down the
Green, 17.
Ringo, tight ends on the Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. Out. 3 down. Out.
White.
He's checking. Crash.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. We want this.
30. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Now on 2nd and 13. Winston. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 34-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, Swift. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Ready? Blue ready.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. Here's Winston. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6, and it's 3rd down.
The Redskins on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Flip. 55. Right there.
Winston now. The quick slant caught. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to run this one in. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6.
Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Big grip.
Looking to throw on second down. Lawrence. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Alert 3.
Now.
Trying to run forward with Pollard. And a loose football. And the Redskins scoop it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drop.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch twist. Watch.
They'll try the left side. Swift. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. Wow, evasive.
Make a miss.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They'll run on first down. Swift. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 2nd and 12, and you have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. They'll try the left side. Swift. And able to work his way down to the 16. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on 3rd. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will give them a 12-point lead. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away into 4.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Good work. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 27-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. So what again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
All day, defense, all day, all day.
Bravo. You're out.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Check 3, check 3.
2nd and 3. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. The Redskins on 3rd down, putting an extra man here in the secondary. Back to throw. Lawrence. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. Intended that time for Cooper. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Following the interception, Winston. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They come out here in the eye. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. A great effort there. Taking it in. And the Redskins capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Here's Winston. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. So a victory here for the Washington Redskins. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage,